Hi, my name is Jörg, which is German for George. Here at Find a Job in Germany, Berlin. Doing interviews during the hiring process can often be a challenge. And there are some people who are actually dreading to do job interviews. Now, the good news is there is no need to be afraid. You can totally and actually often have to practice giving job interviews over and over. And now, along with that comes one really important feature from our experience to take to heart when you're doing interviews with German companies. Here it comes. Practicing is something that we do intensively in our coaching program, in which we help tech professionals find jobs in Germany. So if you want to find out more about that, click on the link that you see in the window right below this video. We work with software engineers, cloud, DevOps engineers, data professionals. You'll find all the details in that video training. Trust me, there is a steep learning curve for everybody before they get their offer. I always like to say that nobody's born a speaker, and it's really pretty much related to how we give and take interviews as well. And when you're applying in Germany, you have to consider the fact that there may be a difference in culture, and the potential cultural differences are going to affect how you give interviews. And what the interviewer here really is interested in is your motivation to join, really primarily. So you have to prepare for that. And beyond this crucial thing, you can actually apply a little trick, which is about mastering interview conversations here. When I say interview conversations, I'm essentially referring to all the non-technical in the interview rounds that you're going to have as a techie. And you have to start thinking of it more like a casual conversation than what you may be used to, depending on where you're from, of course. And maybe you are already good at mastering such conversations with strangers or potential business partners or acquaintances. And if so, that is the style that you want to adopt. And just like in any conversation, that's also why I'm using this word on purpose to describe how you should approach doing interviews here. You have to do what exactly? That's right, ask questions. Seriously, the biggest mistake that you can do is that you don't have any questions to ask. I'm telling you that 95% of all interviews are a boring one-way street. The recruiter asks, the candidate responds. Yes, the interview is about you, but it's not about you only. And your job should be not to let it turn into this boring one-way street. While we do tend to talk about us, our successes, our achievements, what we've done on our previous projects, of course, our qualifications, we avoid like an embarrassing silence. And of course, we want to leave the most clever impression possible on the person that we're talking to. But the simple secret of a good conversation is that you have questions ready about the company, about the tech role, about the tech stack, about the team. And these are only a few examples, but you can really ask anything that you want to know more about. And I'm encouraging everybody, also in other videos, to go ahead and ask these questions because it's going to be a very big step for you to relocate. The reason is that other from what you may think, we appear smarter when we become questioners. Anyone who asks others for advice, for example, in a professional context, leaves the other person with an intelligent impression. Now, the reason why many people don't think that they should ask any questions is that they believe they could feel stupid, or they think there is no place for it in a job interview. But really, let me tell you, asking questions is an opportunity for both managers and employees. And this is also where small talk comes in. A good conversation revolves around small talk as well, with questions, of course. And it means that you're not just asking question after question after question, but you wait for the response and even then ask a follow-up question. Develop a conversation, I'm saying it again, out of your questions. Don't just listen to respond, listen to understand, and then respond. And again, if you have a question, you ask. Don't pretend that you understood something which you didn't. In that case, what you simply need to do is say, hey, sorry, Annalena, I'm not sure if I got you 100% correct here. Did you mean this, or was it rather that? Question mark, right? Got it? In any case, you pick up the info that you received and you develop a thread out of it, okay? Don't ask 100 questions. You don't want to stretch it, but focus on the essentials and what is relevant and what you want to know. I already mentioned small talk. Asking questions is an important part of small talk, and you may be wondering what concrete advantages do questions in small talk provide? Well, questioners come across as smart because they show they are inquisitive. Smart people are not afraid to ask. Also, questioners appear likable because they appreciate the opinion of the other person, they seem interested, and because they are interested in them, that makes them more legit for the role. Remember what I said before, that you have to show that you're interested in the company, and that's where that comes in. In all this, of course, you need to weigh the proximity-distance relationship, so who you're talking to. So before you jump into any small talk, you have to read the person, read the room a little, know who you're dealing with, and see if there is a chemistry. And if that's the case, then you want to open up, of course. With the first round that you're getting invites for, it's different than with the last round because you have already dealt with the people or most of the people over a certain period of time. In any case, what always helps is to have a smile on your face. And that is it for today. I hope you like this video. If so, feel free to subscribe to our channel. All the best from Berlin, and see you soon.